State. Now into its fourth year, the war has left half the population displaced, large swathes of the country in ruins, and President Assad still firmly in power.
Well, over the next 2 days, BBC will bring you a series of stories about Syria's war, bringing together eyewitnesses, reporting and analysis from inside Syria and across the region.
Well, this morning, Yolanda Nell is at a refugee camp in Jordan with displaced Syrian refugees. Morning to you. Just tell us about life where you are.
Well, I'm at Al-Azraq camp, which is in the east of the country, and it's really quite a remote desert location here. We're about 10 miles from the nearest town. And if you take a look behind me, you can see the rows and rows of white cabins where people are living. I was actually at this camp back in the spring when it first opened, as the situation in Syria was continuing to deteriorate. And the aim was really to set it up to accommodate ultimately perhaps as many as 130,000 Syrian refugees, and to provide all kinds of facilities here for them. So there's a mosque in front of me, a supermarket where they can buy supplies with their food vouchers, there are schools and a hospital. But actually at the moment you can see there are not many people around. Only about 12,000 Syrian refugees are living in the camp. And that's because most Syrians in Jordan live in its towns and cities. And I've been meeting some in the Jordanian capital.
This is where Syrians officially become refugees. Every day, the UN Registration Centre in Amman processes about 3,000 people. It's absolutely packed.
So here you get a real sense of the scale of the refugee crisis that's facing Jordan. In just 3.5 years, more than 600,000 Syrians have arrived. Most of those waiting today have actually been here for a while, but now they've run out of money or they have other problems. They're desperate, and they've come to this centre seeking help.
And with no end in sight to Syria's civil war, refugees look for a way to protect their papers. They might need these and international support for years. Jordan has tried to house Syrian refugees in vast desert camps. This one opened in April, and we met members of the Qadri family on their first day. The fighting had driven them from their comfortable homes in Damascus, and they felt overwhelmed. We can't predict the future. We could be here for a long time, Khalil said. We're lost, added his wife Mona. 6 months on, and the Qadris have moved to Amman. They have neighbouring apartments, and the men get shifts at a factory, but they struggle to pay the monthly rent. It's difficult, the women tell me. Even my son, who's 14, is working because we need the money. He doesn't go to school, Mona says. Each afternoon, it's just the youngest children who head to classes. There's little space, so the Syrians can only line up for their lessons when the Jordanian pupils have finished theirs. They sing the Jordanian national anthem. Yet as refugees learn to adapt, there are huge challenges for Jordan. It's overcrowded and public services are under strain. So now the authorities are making it harder for more Syrians to come. But for those who are already stuck here, there's nowhere else